Welcome back to Real Oddities, where we dive deep into the weird and wonderful tales from the world of cinema. In part 1 of Fatty Arbuckle's Leap Year Curse, we learned how the silent film legend got his start. But Arbuckle's influence extended beyond the silver screen as he mentored other budding stars such as Charlie Chaplin and Buster Keaton. Together, they blazed a trail through Hollywood, becoming the first real movie stars in an era when Americans were first becoming obsessed with celebrity gossip and glamour. As Arbuckle's fame and fortune grew, so too did his appetite for the high life. Living in a sprawling mansion in Los Angeles and surrounded by a fleet of expensive cars, he epitomized the glitz and glamour of the jazz age, hosting lavish parties that were the talk of the town. But little did Arbuckle know, the shadow of tragedy loomed large over his meteoric rise to fame. In 1921, Arbuckle embarked on a cinematic journey fraught with irony and tragedy in the film Leap Year. Directed by Arbuckle himself, this feature was meant to be a comedic romp through the trials and tribulations of love. However, despite the title, the plot had little to do with the leap year itself. Instead, it followed the misadventures of Jeremiah Piper and his bumbling nephew Stanley, played by Arbuckle. Stanley, a lovable but hapless character, finds himself entangled in a series of comedic misunderstandings and romantic escapades. But despite its innocuous premise, Leap Year would go down in history as the final feature film for Arbuckle. The very title seemed to mock him, as if foretelling the tragic turn his life would soon take. Adding to the mystique, Leap Year was never shown in the United States until 2008, despite being produced in 1921. The reason? Arbuckle's involvement in a highly publicized trial for manslaughter later that same year, which cast a dark shadow over his career and left the film buried in obscurity for nearly 8 decades. Shortly after the film finished, Arbuckle found himself embroiled in a harrowing tale of accusation and tragedy involving actress Virginia Rappe, culminating in a scandal that would shake Hollywood to its core. The events unfolded at a raucous party held in the posh St. Francis Hotel. Witnesses provided conflicting testimony, but one fact remained chillingly clear. Rappe's life ended in agony. Autopsy reports revealed a ruptured bladder as the cause of her untimely demise, a grim testament to the horrors that transpired behind closed doors. As the courtroom drama unfolded, Arbuckle faced the full weight of public scrutiny. Accusations of sexual assault and manslaughter hung over his head like a dark cloud, threatening to blot out the light of his once promising career. Despite enduring 3 highly publicized trials, Arbuckle's name would forever be linked to the tragic demise of Virginia Rappe. While acquitted of manslaughter charges, the stain of scandal would never fully wash away, casting a pall over his legacy for years to come. In the wake of the scandal, Arbuckle faced a reckoning unlike any other. Branded a pariah by Hollywood's moral arbiters, he became a casualty of the jazz era's version of cancel culture. Will Hayes, head of the Motion Picture Industry Censor Board, seized upon Arbuckle as a symbol of the perceived debauchery running rampant through Tinseltown. Despite being acquitted of manslaughter charges, Arbuckle's reputation lay in tatters. 6 days after his exoneration, he was banned from acting in films ever again, becoming the first star to be officially canceled by the industry. His previous films were pulled from circulation and most theaters boycotted his work, leaving him unable to find employment for the rest of the decade. Under the pseudonym William Goodrich, he carved out a new path, directing a series of comedy shorts in a bid to reclaim his rightful place in the world of cinema. Despite his efforts, the specter of scandal continued to haunt him, a constant reminder of the unforgiving nature of fame and fortune. As the years passed, Arbuckle sought redemption, hoping to break free from the clutches of the leap year curse that had plagued him since the ill-fated events of 1921. In 1932, he made a bold comeback under his own name, starring in a series of comedy shorts produced by Warner Brothers. The shorts were met with resounding success, breathing new life into Arbuckle's career and igniting hopes of a triumphant return to the silver screen. Warner Brothers even extended an offer for a feature-length film, a glimmer of hope in the darkness that had engulfed him for so long. But fate had other plans. On June 29, 1933, reportedly the same night he signed the contract for his comeback, Arbuckle's life was tragically cut short. A victim of the very curse that had haunted him for years, he succumbed to a sudden heart attack, leaving behind a legacy tarnished by scandal and unfulfilled potential. And so, dear viewers, we come to the end of our journey through the tumultuous life of Fatty Arbuckle. But as we reflect on Arbuckle's tragic journey, one question lingers in the air. Do you believe in the leap year curse? Was Arbuckle's downfall connected to his starring role in the ill-fated film titled Leap Year? Or is it simply a cautionary tale of the perils of fame, fortune, and celebrity? Comment with your thoughts. Join us next time on Real Oddities as we uncover more intriguing tales from the annals of cinematic history. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more fascinating content. Until next time, keep exploring the real oddities of the silver screen.